Okay, so this is me, BF again, with another video. This is actually about the shadowHunter class. I think this is meant to be like an offensive class which forego defense for a lot of burst. And I've actually discovered this in the recent infight against the Voyage. I actually used this strategy against the bosses. And I think like why not just um like go all in on this strategy because I intended for this strategy to be a one-time use against those bosses. But I realized that you can use this against like most bosses that have low bonuses. So for bosses that are high bonuses, this strategy will not work. And for those kind of bosses, right, usually they have lower defenses or lower attack to actually compensate for the fact that they have high bonus. You can use other classes for that. This strategy is meant for bosses with low bonus. So why this is better than Pirate and Ninja? Because Pirate and Ninja uses BPD shield. For Ninja it's okay because they have a poison that lowers enemy crit by 100. But if the enemy has a very high crit, then um, they'll break through Pirates and Ninjas BPD shield. And there's always a chance for that to happen, and then it'll be very bad for you. So this strategy is good because it uses NPM instead of BPD. So if you take a look, my NPM and BPD values is absolutely crazy. So I'll be stacking NPM. So this strategy work for bosses whose bonus is below 50. Alright, and I'll show you what I mean. So this strategy heavily capitalized on this trinket called Uenta's Blaster. So I actually, if you take a look at my stats, right, I have 200 luck. So this means that I'm able to reduce the CD of my trinket by 4 turns. So it was 9 turns, now it's effectively 5 turns. Alright, so I'm actually able to apply 5 turns worth of negative bonus, negative 30 bonus on the enemy. And to get coupled with this tool combo and this prey combo, right? As you can see, a prey seeker, tricky prey itself, if you use all of the combos once only, then you can unlock this plus 30 avoidance bonus, okay, along with another crit and boost, but the most important thing is the avoidance. Um, then you also get 30 avoidance from this two combo. So that gives you a total NPM of about 167. And then you couple this with the perma negative 30 bonus on the boss. And the boss will basically need about, I would say, 50 bonus to hit you at all. And after that, right, your class also have a bunch of um, like bonus debuff skills. So you have a Shadow Bane here. If you go and take a look at the Shadow Bane, right, you can see you use the Chambered Silver Bullet. This actually lasts for 13 turns. Look, 13 turns. So it's gonna be like half the duration of your boss fight, boss fight in the inn. And so the boss is permanently going to get like 50 negative 50 bonus applied to them. Also, you have this thing over here, Revenant Bane. The empowered version of it is actually crazy. If you go to a Revenant Bane, right, the empowered version gives negative 75 bonus for 3 off. Now it has a fairly long cooldown of 11. So the boss will not be permanently debuffed by 125 bonus, but they will be still severely debuffed. And they will have to like break through your not just your NPM shield but also your BPD shield. So the boss will almost never be able to hit you. And this strategy uh, sounds good, but there's a little catch at the beginning because you have to use three different two combos at the start. Maybe you can do a shield first, then use this three combo, but there'll still be 2 turns where you will not have a shield. So I've actually brought in my camera pad here to sort of help me um, pass through this phase, this starting warm-up phase. I'm just going to show you how it works. First, I'm going to use my gun combo here. Okay, I'm using a very specific gear set here, by the way. Okay, I'm just going to let my camera attack. And as you can see, this strategy is bad because there's a 10% chance that the boss will actually break through your BPD shield. So the start is a bit janky. Now, fortunately, you can keep re-rolling to make sure that the boss don't actually hit you. So I mean this, you can just like leave. How do I quit? Leave battle. Alright, defeated. That's fine. Let's just go back to Emperor of Sea Chicken. Then we'll do the gun combo again. Alright, and I will just let my camera do a BPD shield. Hopefully it missed me this time. Okay, you have to hit through both my MPM and BPD shield. So actually, it was pretty lucky of the boss to hit through this. I would say if less than 4% chance of hitting me, so I was pretty unlucky there. But now the second turn, you actually want to summon your dragon because I'm only going to use the karma pet for the BPD shield. The pet dragon is going to be hitting a little bit harder and able to apply a bunch of debuffs on the boss. Right, so I'm going to use my sword combo here. Right, all of this is not really to deal damage. All of this is just to unlock my this thing over here, this prey seeker combo over here. Alright, and finally I'm going to use this 2 combo to give me a bunch of avoidance. Alright, and then I'm just going to attack normally with Draco here. Alright, and the boss is essentially going to keep missing me. And I'm just going to either use Winter Blaster or Prey Seeker. I'm just going to use Prey Seeker here. Now the boss has a bonus of 23 and I have an MPM of 167. So the boss have a very small chance of hitting me. I would say less than 0.5% chance of actually hitting me. And if you want to make sure that the boss will never hit you, right, you can just apply this blaster on him. This Uenta blaster on him. Then he will never be able to hit you. Or we can just use the Shadow Bane, this thing over here. Right, let's use that Chamber of the Shadow Bane. And then for 13 turns, he will have negative 20 bonus, right? And negative 20 crit even. So he will never be able to hit you. Even if he somehow passes through your MPM shield, which is impossible. Let's say the boss have a bonus of like 50 or something. He will still have to do a BPD check against you. So, and you can further lower his bonus just by spamming your Uenta Blaster again. So it's going to be very, you're able to sort of loop it. And then while you're, I'm just going to use my Uenta Blaster here. Just lower the bonus even more. Okay, and then just attack with Draco. Now your HP is going to be low because I'm not going to be building a lot of endurance here. I've assigned most of my points to luck, the main set, and also the charisma. I need to make sure that charisma is at least 150 so that Draco can change his skills. And then I want to make sure that luck is at least at exactly 200 so that I can spam the Uenta's Blaster. Also, this luck actually gives me a bunch of crit as well, 20 crit. If you take a look at my crit value, it's almost 200, so I'm critting almost all my attacks. You can use something like Lucky Hammer to really bolster your damage here. And what else? Now, the thing about this is that your Hunter combo and your Tricky Prey, they are last pretty long, but they are obviously don't last forever. So you have your shield and your Draco shield, right? You can actually use those 2 skills to sort of help you tide through all of the cooldown phase of these 2 skills so that you can just infinitely loop your skills, right? And you also have this Revenant Bane, by the way. I've not used this Revenant Bane yet, so you can lower the enemy's bonus even more until crazy levels. Yeah, so something about this strategy is that if there are multiple bosses, right, then you have to be aware or that you have to sort of apply negative bonus towards two bosses, both bosses. You can permanently apply Uenta Blaster on one guy and apply Shadow Bane on the other guy so that both of them will never be able to hit you. But this strategy is it's not really risky because it's not as risky as Pirate and Ninja because you don't have to be wary of the enemy's crit hitting through your BPD shield. But what you have to be wary of is that this gear set that I have gives you a all of -2. And so it's not like -40 or something, um, where you'll just be instantly deleted by one attack, but it's still like not very high, obviously. So if the boss hits you, it's going to be hitting really hard. So if the boss have a burst rotation and one of the hits somehow managed to hit you through a lucky hit or something like that, then your run is over. So in that sense, it's a bit risky. So if you take a look at my build here, all of it is focused on luck and MPM. So we have first our Lance Author. Why I'm using this is because it gives me a bunch of very high stats. So give me a bunch of very high MPM. I don't really care about BPD. It also gives us a respectable amount of crit. I don't really care about BPD. The all is also nice, but that's not what I'm here for. Hide behind self-explanatory is for the NPM. There's no other gear that actually comes close to a amount of NPM that hide behind provides you. Defender Dragon Ring gives you all, gives you a bunch of very good stats, gives you a bunch of NPM. Then Battle's Even Tail, the most recent, not most recent, the recently released in-gear item that I think is the best in slot helmet right now. Gives you a lot of NPM, a lot of BPD. But I don't really care too much about BPD because I'm not stacking BPD. It also gives you a bunch of char luck, endurance, and a bunch of good main stat. It does only give you 7 all, but this strategy is not really that focused on getting the all up, so it's fine if the all is low. And you have your Leaf of Flux. Even though I have Parallel Chaos Amulet, this thing doesn't give you as much NPM. This gives you 3 NPM. It gives you a bunch of BPD, but BPD is not what I'm stacking here. I'm stacking NPM. So as you can see here, it gives me 5 instead of 3 NPM. Also gives me a bunch of Charisma and Luck, which I am going for in this strategy. The main stat is lower, obviously, but this strategy relies less on the main stat, less on the damage output, and more of just avoiding all the bosses attack, so that you can slowly just whittle them down. And also, you're not going to be losing too much damage, to be honest. Every 10 in only gives you like 1% damage, so it's not losing like a ton. Let's see. Ring, I think I already explained this. Paper coin, I'm using this belt. Let's see. I already explained the ring. Let's explain this one. It gives you 8 NPM. Another ring that actually comes close to it is Ribbon of Compromise. But I choose this over Ribbon because this gives you all plus 10 all. Ribbon gives you plus 5 all. So I think this is slightly better. Okay, Paper Coil is all it's all in all like a good belt for any class out there. So highly recommend this. It's the best in slot, best in gear, best in what? BIS belt. I still don't really know what does best in slot mean. So yeah, I'm just using this, and for the trinket, obviously I'm explained earlier, I'm using Destiny Blaster. So the good thing about this over Honda's Legacy EX is that it provides you a bunch of crit. Let me see. Yeah, 14 crit here. So Honda's only give you 5 crit, so this gives you a lot more crit, and it gives you the same amount of NPM, so you're not losing on that front. It does give you 4 less all, but again, this strategy is not that focused on getting all up. Okay, and let me check my stats here. I have a total of 155 bonus. So because the shadowHunter class already give you a bunch of innate bonus, so you don't really have to be that wary about the boss, your bonus getting debuffed by the boss. Even if the boss have a very high bonus debuff, you'll still be able to hit through their defenses with the high amount of bonus that you're getting from all of these class skills. And yeah, I think I pretty much cover all that I want to cover. So this strategy again, usually people tend to maximize the in here, maximize their endurance afterwards. But this strategy goes and maximizes the luck stat instead, and then after that goes and maximize some of the main stat and some of the charisma, leaving no stat points for endurance. Alright, so your health is pretty low. It's not like super low where it's like 1k plus, but it's still pretty low. So I'm just gonna exit the fight here. We already know what I mean, right? The boss is never ever gonna be able to hit me. Because I can just keep spamming my Dust Blaster over and over. And he also have a bunch of negative 20 debuff of him for 30 turns. 30 turns is seriously long. By the time 30 turns is over, I will have busted down one of the bosses in the infight. So it's really good on that front. So if I just head over to the this surrender over here, I still can't get over his name. You can see I place most of my points into luck, and then afterwards, I first try to get my luck over up to 200. So it was 55. I just assign it 145 power points to make it 200, so that it maximizes the cooldown on the USS Blaster, also maximizes my NPM. Also, then afterwards, I try to maximize my min stat. So I could make this 195 so that I have 270 int. but then I wouldn't be able to have 150 charisma on my pet dragon. So I'm prioritized getting my charisma to 150 first, all right? And then after that, I distributed all my points left to int. Okay, and then whatever points I have remaining, I'll just distribute it to endurance. If I have 3 more points, I will have distributed it to int, but unfortunately I don't. So all of the remaining points are going to endurance here instead of the int, instead of the main stat. Okay, so I think I want to cover everything. I've already covered everything that I want to talk about. I will be testing this strategy against more in-bosses, specifically this in-boss. I've yet to defeat this in-boss over here. Um, I've actually tried it with Pirate once in the past and I failed. And then since then, I've not tried it again. So I'll be attempting this one over here. Where is it? Uh, Lessons. Wait, no. Unrivalry Determination. I already passed it. Ties that bind. Yes. This Void Reunion. Um, in my first pirate run, right, I tried to burst one of them down, and it didn't go too well because the other one just nuked me for true damage. So I'll be trying it this time around. I will still be using a burst strategy, try to burst one of the bosses down. But I think because this class has higher burst than pirate, I should be able to do it more effectively. Even though I don't think this challenge is meant for one of the bosses to be bursted down, it's meant for both bosses to be sort of withered down at the same time. But let's see how a burst strategy with this kind of thing actually fare against these two bosses. These two bosses have fairly high bonus. So if this strategy actually works against these two bosses, right, it'll work against all the in challengers out there. So looking forward to that, and I might just post that video on here. And with that, I think I'll end the video here. Let me know your thoughts below. Maybe the flaws of this strategy. How do you think this will perform in the end? And I will comment immediately. All right, see you guys in another video. Bye for now.